Tales of Barbuzaar, One Eye, Two Eyes, and Three Eyes. Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a mother and her 3 daughters. 2 of her daughters, One Eye and Three Eyes, were her favorites. She loved them both dearly and gave them whatever they asked for. The eldest, Naya, had a single piercing eye in the middle of her forehead. The second, Ifi, bore 3 luminous eyes. The youngest, Kaya, had 2 eyes like most others in the kingdom. Though they were sisters, their hearts were far from united. Kaya, the one with 2 eyes, was the quiet and humble one. For her ordinariness, Nia, Ifi, and her mother treated her with scorn, making her do all the chores and eat scraps while they feasted. She was given their old and worn clothes to wear, and was made to eat only their leftovers. They did everything they could to make her very unhappy. Despite all the trouble they gave her, she was still kind and generous to all.
Hello, little birds. Are you hungry? I am sorry this isn't much, but you may eat it.
One day, as her sisters and mother finished their lunch, Two Eyes then took her place at the table to eat.
You know One Eye? Since Two Eyes is different from us, must she sit at our table? You are right. Two Eyes does not belong with us. Go away and do not come near.
Poor Two Eyes was so hurt by their words that she ran out crying. Later in the day, she left for the market to buy millet and firewood. On her way, she saw an old woman struggling to carry a heavy basket of yams. While others passed her by, Kaya stopped to help. The old woman smiled warmly at Kaya's kindness and said,
"You are the only one with a heart pure enough to see me. As thanks, I give you this goat. She is pregnant, as you can see. She may seem ordinary, but treat her with love, and she will bring you blessings."
The goat, a sleek brown creature with golden horns, nuzzled Kaya gently. Kaya accepted the gift with gratitude, not knowing the wonders it would bring. Kaya brought the goat home, and her sisters and mother mocked her for caring about such a lowly animal. But Kaya did not mind and continued tending to the goat. One day, it happened that Kaya was very hungry, for she had not eaten for days. Feeling sad, she locked herself in her room and cried.
"Why do you cry, child of Two Eyes?"
The goat spoke, its voice calm and wise. Caught off guard, Kaya trembled, but the goat reassured her that she had nothing to fear. So Kaya went ahead, explaining her plight to the goat. The goat nodded and said,
"You are kind and pure of heart. From this day on, you shall never go hungry again. Just drink of my milk."
So Kaya milked the goat. To her amazement, the milk shimmered like liquid diamonds. Its milk turned into a creamy glowing nectar that smelled of wild honey and jasmine. When she drank of this delicious liquid, she gained energy and was never hungry again. One day, One Eye and Three Eyes noticed that their sister wasn't eating their leftovers any longer.
There is something wrong about Two Eyes. She doesn't eat our leftovers anymore. She may have discovered other ways of getting food. We must find out the truth.
The next day, Two Eyes set out happily to her room after setting up the dinner table. Her 2 sisters, One Eye and Three Eyes, quietly followed behind her and sneaked at her through the door, which was slightly left open. Then they saw as Two Eye diligently milked the goat and were amazed to see that the milk shimmered like gold and diamonds, filling up Kaya's jar. Then Kaya drank of the milk, and suddenly, a magical glow appeared about her. The 2 sisters were secretly watching, and their eyes widened at everything they saw.
This is what she drinks every day. No wonder she's never hungry anymore. That milk must be magical. Quick, let us go home and tell everything to Mother.
So they ran to the dinner room as fast as they could, and when their mother heard all that Two Eyes had done, she was furious.
How dare she eat better food than us or drink of a magical nectar? Let's wait for her to leave for the market. Then we will go and have some of that magical milk.
So Kaya was sent to the market later that afternoon. Immediately as she left for the market, They all went to her room and snapped the door wide open. Immediately they began to milk the goat for him to produce some milk, but they saw nothing. The goat was wise. It saw the malice in their hearts and refused to yield its gifts. No matter how much they tugged and shouted, the goat refused to give a single drop. Frustrated and filled with envy, they turned to cruelty.
If this goat won't give us some of his milk, then no other person will benefit from it.
Then the goat spoke.
To those who are unkind, I offer no gifts. If you desire my milk, you must prove yourselves worthy.
How dare you speak to me that way, you worthless creature? Tonight, I shall have you for dinner.
And that night they slaughtered the goat, cooking it for dinner. When Kaya returned, she was shocked to see her family welcoming her warmly to eat with them at the table.
Sit, Kaya. We've saved the best for you, darling,
her mother said sweetly. Suspicious, Kaya sat and glanced at her plate. Something looked off as she glared at the plate.
What meat is this?
Nya and Ify burst into laughter.
It's your precious goat, sister. It wouldn't give us milk, so we turned it into supper, Cinderella.
Kaya's heart shattered into pieces. For the first time, she raised her voice.
How could you do this? That goat was all I had. It was my friend. It was all I had.
Enraged by Kaya's defiance, her mother struck her across the face and shouted,
If you don't like it, then leave. I've never loved you anyways, child of two eyes.
Mother, why do you hate me so much? What have I ever done to you?
How dare you question me in that manner? I said leave now.
With tears in her eyes, Kaya packed her meager belongings into a basket and left. As she stepped out of the house, the moonlight revealed 4 tiny forms huddled in her basket. Before being slaughtered for dinner, her goat had given birth to her kiddies. Kaya cried tears of happiness. Kaya covered them up and walked until she found an abandoned hut on the outskirts. In her new home, Kaya cared for the kiddies tenderly, naming them Taye, Kumi, Ara, and Zara. To her amazement, the kids inherited their mother's magic. Their milk was even richer and more potent, and soon Kaya began to thrive as she sold the milk to the market. Word of her magical milk spread far and wide, attracting merchants and travelers to her doorstep. One day, the king's knight, who was also the king's right hand, a handsome and noble man named Adu, heard tales of the magical milk. Curious, he traveled to the town to have some of this magical nectar. When he arrived at Kaya's doorstep, Kaya emerged with a jug of the fabled milk. Adu was struck by her beauty and grace. Kaya served some of the milk to the knight, and he drank with delight.
This drink is heavenly. I have never had something this delicious.
The knight kept returning, each time finding new reasons to linger in her presence. Eventually, Adu confessed his feelings, and Kaya, touched by his kindness and humbleness, accepted his love. They married in a grand ceremony, and Kaya left the village to live in Adu's sumptuous estate. Back in the old house, One Eye, Three Eyes, and their mother struggled. The house was filthy, their meals were bland, for Kaya always did all the dirty work. Miserable and bitter, they finally went in search of Kaya. Unfortunately, as they asked around, one of the goat herders who had been very close to Kaya said to them,
Kaya is gone. She's happily married to the king's knight now, but she hasn't forgotten about you. I have been so busy lately that I didn't find the time to come by. She left me with one of her goats. I was supposed to hand it to you at your place, but given that you are now here, you can surely take it with you.
When her mother realized Kaya had left her one of her magical goats, she burst into tears, overwhelmed by guilt.
Oh, my daughter, I am so sorry. I have treated you so badly.
As Kaya lived her days in love and abundance, her family learned the value of kindness and humility. Though they could never undo their wrongs, they cherished the gift Kaya had left, vowing to change their ways. And so, the tale of Kaya and her magical goats became a cherished story, a reminder that even in the face of cruelty, kindness has the power to transform hearts and create a brighter future. The end.